up YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Top Drive. The NISSAN GTR NISMO prelims event finished and it was miserable. I had like seriously no chance. I went up until rank 120 and that was the limit. That was the limit I could reach there. And yeah, as you can see, I even fell more far down the road. Well, okay. However, in this video I want to highlight a little bit the differences between the NISSAN GTR and the NISSAN GTR NISMO. Since I have the NISSAN GTR, the NISMO I don't have yet as well, since it's a price car. However, here a little bit of my Tokyo twist disaster as well. Not doing so well there. It's time. However, I have a couple events right now which were doing not so bad. And yeah, so the NISSAN GTR. Let's have a quick look. Actually, as you can see, NISSAN GTR NISMO finals is about to start. What we have snow apocalypse, kind of like this. However, let's have a look now. That is the NISSAN GTR NISMO, a beautiful car. I actually had a chance to drive it myself in Vegas this year, a few weeks ago. Very cool. But let's go back to the game now and let's see how it looks there. So here is the Nissan selection in Top Drive itself. I currently already own the Nissan GTR. I was pretty lucky, and I think it was one Nissan carbon fiber pack opening, one single pack, and I got the Nissan GTR. That was an amazing drop. And since it's one of my favorite cars, it's my dream car, I was very happy. So, however, the Nissan GTR is a tricky car. I can tell you that since I have it. It's kinda like, it's almost, I would say it's a specialist car. It's not really done, at least this version is not really done for any like drag or like high-speed challenges. I would say this is done for as much twists as you can get basically, and as well when you have rain. Regarding that, I will later show you a little bit the difference between the Nissan GTR, for example, on like dry asphalt against the McLaren and on wet asphalt against the McLaren. But beside that, actually it's interesting that the GTR is considered faster on 0 to 60, which you can see that 2.7, while the GTR NISMO is slower and 2.8. We got 87 handling on the NISMO and 86 handling on the GTR. That's why the NISMO immediately is actually better, because it's really, I'm telling you, this thing is not really a high-speed car, not made for high-speed challenges, even though you look at it and it looks like it. But the torque and the peak power, the mid-range is really, I would say, miserable for a legendary car. On the other side we have the GT1 road car, which is not looking so different. I mean, we got peak power, peak torque, but we all know that those cars are mid-range monsters. I have two of them and I'm very satisfied with them regarding any mid-range monsters. But the GTRs, they are really done for anything rainy, I would say, rainy and twisty. And since many of those Japanese events have a lot of rain, every time you see something like Tokyo in the event name, you know, okay, it's going to be rainy. And I'm telling you, for that, a GTR is definitely a good choice. The GTR NISMO has just a little bit more peak power and peak torque than the original GTR, but I heard that it's actually making a difference. But let's actually see now. By the way, I wanted to see my car. If I go back here, let's see if I go into how many times I used it. I used it, as you can see, let's go, 67 days. I own it since 67 days, so by the time you watch this video, you just need to go back 67 days, so basically a little bit over 2 months, and then you see the video where I actually dropped the Nissan GTR. So I did a total race amount of 182 for that, which is not so much for this being my dream car, right? But you see my win ratio is 51%, which is very low for a legendary ride. 51%. Just giving you an example, for example, my Ford GT, yeah, I own it for, let's see, slowly, 277 days, so almost like 3/4 of a year now, and I did a total race of 581 with this beauty. And how many did I win? 82. You see the big difference, and this one is not a 4-wheel drive, but the big difference that I actually need to understand the GTR. And the GTR is really, you should not go for 0 to 100 challenges and so on. So even though I upgraded this beauty already a little bit, but don't go for anything where speed is required, where top speed is required. Really. The Ford GT would make circles around the Nissan GTR on a 0 to 100 challenge. Same with the McLaren 12C and so on. So just giving you that a little bit. But let's have a look now regarding how the Nissan GTR Nismo would do on a twisty track. So here we go. It is the McLaren 12C against the Nismo. Unfortunately, the footage is not so amazing. I got it straight out from Hutch from the Top Drive show, where they actually showcased it, if you want to have it more clear. But as you can see, the Nismo is definitely not leading here. That is dry asphalt, my friends. And now we go into rainy asphalt. As you can see, the Nismo is killing it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all excited for the Nismo finals. Let me know down below if you are participating and what is your deck. I will definitely open some packs for that one. See you. Bye bye.
Got something to do, man. First time in a GTR?
Yeah.
And you wanted to drive this one the most, yeah?
Yeah.
You can upshift in a second. You usually have to brake a little harder in this car because it's heavier. So it's going to take a little longer for it to stop. Oh. You dipped. There we go. Good. And then upshift into third. Perfect. You're going to keep your roll going. And you're good, man. Head on out. Get out a little bit of gas. Nice. Stay tight to the right. Add some more. You're good. And gas all the way out left. And brake over here, a little harder. Off and turn in tight to that right side. And gas up on that right side. There you go, add a little bit more gas you're going through. And gas straight across. And then nice and easy on the gas all the way through. Let it take you out left, perfect. And gas all the way to the right. And brake a little bit. Off that brake, just roll in. And gas down the middle. Off the gas, roll in, and gas over to that left side. And no gas, no brake, you're just gonna roll in. There you go, nice and easy. You gotta add a little bit of gas here. Perfect, even more if you want. And full gas, use the left side. Upshift. Upshift. You're gonna brake a little harder, keep pushing. A little harder, a little harder. You're good. And go ahead and add some gas.
That's heavy.
Yeah. Off the gas, roll in. And go ahead and add some gas.